coverage will continue on CBS News streaming, your local news, and tonight on the CBS Evening News. This has been a CBS News special report. For all of us here in Washington, I'm John Dickerson.
Tonight, breaking news, a third indictment of former President Donald Trump, this time for his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. And here are tonight's headlines. The former president now facing indictment in at least 3 separate legal battles. What we're learning about this federal indictment.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy.
The suspected Gilgo Beach killer appears in court for the first time since pleading not guilty, as prosecutors reveal they have collected a mountain of evidence.
Police sources say they know who they're looking for in the deadly stabbing of a beloved dancer. Police now investigating O'Shea Sibley's death as a hate crime.
Memphis police are hailing a Jewish school for its safety plan, saying it prevented another potential mass shooting. A former student tried to gain entry into Margolin Hebrew Academy with a gun.
In the war between Russia and Ukraine, a drone hit the same Moscow high-rise overnight that was damaged by another drone just 2 days ago. Russia called it a terrorist attack by Ukraine, which has not claimed responsibility.
The Women's World Cup is well underway, but the U.S. team has already scored a massive win. Equal pay.
It meant a lot to be able to achieve what we've done. We still have more progress to make.
And a heartfelt reunion and a lifelong lesson on persevering.
Whatever I said, stuck with him.
Hey, look, you did something good.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this historic Tuesday night. I'm Major Garrett in for Nora. We begin with breaking news in one of the special counsel's investigations of Donald Trump. A federal grand jury here in Washington has voted to indict the former president for his efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Among the charges include conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstruction of an official proceeding, and a civil rights era law that makes it a crime to oppress, threaten, or intimidate a person of their free exercise or enjoyment of any right in the Constitution. It is just the second time in American history that the Department of Justice has filed criminal charges against a current or former U.S. president. Special Counsel Jack Smith announced the indictment just moments ago. Today's charges are related to Trump's attempts to challenge the result of an election he lost, plans for fake electors, and his role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Trump responded to today's news on his social media account, calling Smith deranged and the indictment election interference. CBS News' Robert Costa has today's late-breaking details and starts us off tonight. Robert, good evening.
Good evening, Major. Let's talk about the former president's defense at this point. He is the former president is saying is being accused of a sweeping conspiracy against the United States, something that's based on fraudulent claims of the election being rigged.
According to the indictment, for more than 2 months following Election Day, the defendant spread lies that there was fraud in the election and he had actually won. These claims were false, and the defendant knew they were false.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant.
Sources tell CBS News former President Trump's legal team is now mapping out a new strategy to push back on the charges, shifting blame onto lawyers who were advising him at the time of the aftermath of the 2020 election. In a recent social media post, Trump noted his attorneys met with the Department of Justice, saying they explained in detail that I did nothing wrong and was advised by many lawyers. Sources say the strategy could involve trying to pin blame on John Eastman, Trump's former lawyer, who sought to have former Vice President Mike Pence refuse to certify the 2020 election results, and presented Trump with a memo outlining a plan to do so. Trump has privately told allies that he believed John Eastman's plan came from a conservative lawyer, and that following Eastman's counsel does not mean he conspired against the United States. But those familiar with the special counsel's work say Trump's conduct is being deeply investigated, and that prosecutors are skeptical that Trump was just following advice.
Just because an attorney gives you advice, an attorney does not provide a defense if the attorney is suggesting you go out and violate a criminal law. That's not a defense. There has to be a good faith belief that what you're doing is legitimate.
The next step in this process will come on Thursday when former President Donald Trump has been summoned to appear in Washington before the grand jury in federal court.
Robert, let's talk about the president's potential lines of defense. The indictment lists 6 unindicted co-conspirators, and the president has said on his social media account, or at least implied, that he was taking advice. Could that, I was just taking advice from lawyers, provide him with the means by which to defend himself against these charges?
That is the defense that is being mounted by former President Trump's legal team. But as a federal prosecutor just told CBS News, just because a lawyer advises you something doesn't necessarily mean you have to take that advice. And if the lawyer is advising you on something that could be breaking the law, you would be breaking the law if you go along with that advice. So the special counsel, based on our reporting, does not believe that Trump's argument is going to hold water as this case moves forward. And instead, they're focusing on the advice Trump got and also how he tried to push the lawyers along to say to them, let's really try to make this happen and have me stay in power.
Robert Costa, thank you so much for being with us. John Dickerson is with us. John, if you can, it's a big lift. Put this indictment in historical and political context.
Well, it's the most powerful person in the American system, attacking the central pillar of the system, a free and fair election, and he's using the power to attack the system that he was given in order to protect the system. That's what happened in the last election. He is now asking to be rewarded for that behavior by being reelected to the office. And he very well, according to the polls, and as you know well from covering this race, looks like he will be rewarded. And in his final kicker, the person who held the line on January 6th, his vice president, who stood up for the system to protect it, is doing so poorly in the Republican race, he may not even make the debate stage to be in a position to call his former boss to account for attacking the system.
It was a big lift, carried out beautifully. John Dickerson, thank you so much. We turn now to the case of the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer on New York's Long Island. Suspect Rex Heuermann, charged in the murder of 3 women, appeared in court today. CBS's Errol Barnett was there.
Today, Rex Heuermann, appearing stone-faced, wearing a dark blazer and handcuffs, stood before a judge. Attorneys from both sides meeting at a conference hearing to discuss evidence against him, including surveillance video and items gathered during a 12-day in-depth search of the suspect's Massapequa Park home.
Suffice to say, it is a massive amount of material, and that's just the beginning.
Heuermann's lawyer accusing the media of having already convicted his client.
He's a man who's never been arrested before. He's maintained his innocence.
Heuermann's wife, Asa Ellerup, releasing these images of the home she shared with him, showing a bathtub that appears to be sliced open with boxes of items strewn everywhere.
There are some reports that Heuermann's soon-to-be ex-wife is upset at the way the house was effectively turned upside down. She might try to bring forward a case.
She could pursue whatever remedies she feels are necessary.
Ellerup also saying she's been blindsided by the arrest. In a statement referring to their adult son and daughter, she says they've been crying themselves to sleep. Quote, and I've been crying myself to sleep too. Every time my kids go through something, they open a box. Every single time they cry. In discussing her son with developmental issues, Ellerup tells the New York Post he's so distraught and doesn't understand, and as a mother, I have no answers for him. Heuermann is charged with killing 3 women working as escorts in the Gilgo Beach area and is the lead suspect in a 4th death there. If found guilty of the 6 charges against him, Heuermann faces multiple sentences of life without parole. Now, Human's lawyer says he now needs to sift through 8 terabytes of evidence and data. That's equivalent to roughly 2,500 pages. And one other note, Human is not believed to be linked to deaths that took place in Atlantic City. Major?
Errol Barnett, we thank you. Now to the dangerous heat in much of the country. For the forecast, let's bring in meteorologist Chris Warren from our partners at the Weather Channel. Chris, good evening.
Good evening, Major. Very hot and dry conditions fueling wildfires in the west. A fire tornado created by the intense heat from the fires, and unfortunately, no significant relief on the way anytime soon. Not expecting any significant rain in California, Arizona, a little bit in Nevada, but that's about it. Meanwhile, the fire potential increasing in Oklahoma and in Texas as the heat dome remains. It continues for the high plains and a lot of the southern states here. Very, very intense and dangerous heat going right into the weekend. Good to see that heat build into the southwest even more from what we're seeing today. And into the weekend, many locations, Major, will see highs into the triple digits.
Chris Warren, thank you. Political leaders in New Jersey were shaken today by the death of the state's trailblazing lieutenant governor, Sheila Oliver, who made history as the first black woman to hold statewide elected office, died today. She was 71 and was named New Jersey's acting governor Friday when Governor Phil Murphy went on overseas vacation. Oliver was then hospitalized for an unspecified medical condition. The distraught governor said appointing Oliver as his lieutenant was the best decision he ever made. Tonight, New York City police are investigating the fatal stabbing of a dancer as a possible hate crime. CBS's Chanel Call reports witnesses describe hearing homophobic slurs during the attack outside a Brooklyn gas station.
The NYPD is still searching for the person who fatally stabbed O'Shea Sibley, a professional dancer and choreographer.
He murdered him because he was gay.
It happened Saturday night at this Brooklyn gas station. Sibley is seen on this surveillance video while he and his friends stopped to get gas. Moments later, witnesses say he got into a heated argument with a man who made homophobic slurs. Sibley was stabbed in the chest and later died.
O'Shea was a beacon of light that just influenced everybody.
The 28-year-old moved from Philadelphia to New York 3 years ago to pursue his career.
I'm horrified.
Toni Morrison works with GLAAD, a nonprofit LGBTQ advocacy organization.
Are these isolated incidents?
O'Shea Sibley joins a horrific list of 5 other LGBTQ plus people who have been murdered in recent weeks.
Hate crimes reported to the FBI across the country rose by 11% between 2020 and 2021, but crimes against gay males increased 41%. Sibley's friend Kamar Jewell says he's still in shock.
Homophobia and words can lead to ideologies and thoughts, and those thoughts can lead into actions, and those are the type of actions that took away O'Shea from this world.
And O'Shea Sibley was also a student here at the famed Alvin Ailey Theater in New York. In a statement, the theater's director said he was loved by both fellow students and instructors here and that he had incredible energy. Major?
Chanel Call, thank you. We are learning more tonight about the man Memphis police say tried to enter a Jewish school with a gun on Monday. The alleged gunman's been identified as a former student at that school. Another former student tells our CBS affiliate the suspect had struggled for years with mental health problems. After being shot in a confrontation with police, the suspect was taken to the hospital in critical condition. As the war in Ukraine drags into its 18th month, there was yet another drone attack in the Russian capital of Moscow today on a building that was hit just days ago. CBS's Remy Inocencio has the latest details.
The shockwave, then smoke from a downed drone rising over Moscow's Wall Street, one of several targeting Russia today. The Kremlin blames Kyiv. It's the second time in 48 hours this skyscraper housing 3 Russian government ministries was hit. Muscovites are concerned, but not scared yet. The drone attack was like a mosquito bite for a human. And from Russia, several drones hit a college and sports complex in Kharkiv, near Ukraine's northeast border. And Russian shelling blew the roof off this hospital in Kherson on the southeast front line, killing a doctor on his first day at work and injuring 5 colleagues.
Ramy Inocencio, CBS News, Dnipro, Ukraine.
The U.S. women's national soccer team barely advanced to the knockout stage of the World Cup this morning with a scoreless draw against Portugal. But CBS's Nancy Chen reports that for a team that has won so much on the field, its biggest win has come off of it.
The biggest women's sporting event is smashing records. But the U.S. team has already notched a massive win off the pitch, playing in their first World Cup with equal pay to men. In some cases, female players had been earning just 38% of what men made per game.
This is the first World Cup since the equal pay victory. You were at the table for that win. What did that mean?
It meant a lot to be able to achieve what we've done. We still have more progress to make and ways to go.
That includes bringing in even more money to women's sports.
This is actually a terrible business move if you're not getting in on it, if you're not investing.
FIFA sponsorship has grown 150% since the last Women's World Cup. And on TV, the matches are forecast to reach 2 billion viewers worldwide, a nearly 80% increase from 2019.
I think from a business perspective, it's all upside.
Ally Bank recently announced it's working to spend equally on paid advertising across men's and women's sports.
80% of all purchase decisions in a household are made by women, right? This is who the consumer is today, and women's sports are at a tipping point of really becoming massive.
A Women's World Cup with plenty to cheer for.
I think America has grown into, loving the game now. You see so much more investment, and you see people actually wanting and learning. It's incredible.
Rapinoe, left side.
Nancy Chen, CBS News.
A massive fire destroys a building under construction in San Francisco. The details straight ahead.
Upon approaching the 18th green, Issa Tanaka silently proclaimed, "My brother may think he's a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer cellular for the same coverage for up to half the cost. He may have mom's dimples, but I pay less for wireless. I'm the one who wins." Birds, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
How can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie. This one's like your last boyfriend. It's got issues.
For the right used car, just say, "Show me the Carfax value." You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
Why wait until November when Black Friday deals are going on now at Ashley? Take advantage of low monthly payments with 0% interest through July 2028, in-store only. Plus, shop doorbusters starting at just $2.99. Shop and save today, only at Ashley.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
Now I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
New Nature's Bounty Hair Growth, clinically shown to help grow thicker, fuller hair with just 1 capsule a day of advanced hair complex. Conquer hair thinning.
And fall in love with your hair all over again.
Only from Nature's Bounty.
Bug spray works best when your family actually wears it. Get odor-free 8-hour protection from mosquitoes and ticks without the ick. Zevo on-body repellent. People love it. Bugs hate it.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Check. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul.
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Real mature.
San Francisco officials are investigating the cause of a fire that destroyed a building under construction. The building, surrounded by scaffolding, partially collapsed. The 4-alarm fire damaged several other buildings in the area. No one was hurt. There's breaking news from Charleston, South Carolina. A helicopter crash prompted an international airport to shut down its runways temporarily. We'll have the details next.
If you can't watch the CBS Evening News, you can listen. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
When you have chronic kidney disease, there are places you'd like to be. Like here. And here. Not so much here. If you have chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life. Farxiga. And Farxiga reduces the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
Farxiga can help you keep living life. Ask your doctor for Farxiga for chronic kidney disease. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Farxiga. Crab Fest is back at Red Lobster, when you can choose your crab and one of 3 new flavors like roasted garlic butter. This is not your grandpa's Crab Fest, unless grandpa's got flavor. Damn! Crab Fest is here for a limited time. Welcome to fun dining.
My CPA told me I wouldn't qualify for the ERC tax refund, so I called Innovation Refunds. Their team of independent tax attorneys will work with your CPA to determine if your company is eligible. Take the first step to see if your small business qualifies.
I got a good feeling about this, yeah, I'm with it. I got a good feeling about this, yeah, so let's get it. I'm feeling good vibes.
It's bacon! Smoky bacon, meaty bacon, tasty bacon, bacon! Oh, I love you.
Dogs go bonkers for bacon.
And try bacon pizza flavor. Pizza!
Frustrated by skin tags? Dr. Scholl's has the breakthrough you've been waiting for. The first FDA-cleared at-home skin tag remover, clinically proven to remove skin tags safely in as little as 1 treatment.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like.
A great day starts here with Kate and Liam, Levin, Brianna, and Zach. WBZ News Mornings, starting at 4:30 a.m.
There is breaking news from South Carolina. Flights were suspended at Charleston International Airport after a sheriff's helicopter crashed. Police say the pilot reported a malfunction shortly before the incident. The injuries were not life-threatening, and flights have since resumed. Now, if you pick the winning numbers for tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, you will soon be a billionaire. The grand prize grew to $1.1 billion today. It's only the 5th time the game's jackpot has hit 10 figures. We've done the math, and the cash option payout is more than $550 million before taxes. Lessons on the baseball field carry over to real life, and we'll show you how. That's next.
This portion of the CBS Evening News is sponsored by Verzenio.
Moving forward with node-positive breast cancer is overwhelming, but I never just found my way. I made it and did all I could to prevent recurrence. Verzenio reduces the risk of recurrence of HR-positive, HER2-negative, node-positive early breast cancer with a high chance of returning, as determined by your doctor when added to hormone therapy. Hormone therapy works outside the cell, while Verzenio works inside to help stop the growth of cancer cells. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. I'm making my own way forward. Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Cool nights start with Ashley this summer with Tempur-Pedic mattresses starting at $37 per month. Beautyrest Black starting at $45 per month. And Purple starting at $39 per month. Plus pay 0% interest for 60 months in-store only. Only at Ashley.
How do I do it all? With a little help. And to support my family's immune health, I choose Airborne. It has an unbeatable amount of vitamin C, plus a unique blend of immune-focused ingredients to turn up our immune support. Airborne, ace this school year with A+ immune support.
Did you know, unless you treat dandruff regularly, it will keep coming back? Try Head & Shoulders shampoo. Dandruff is caused by irritation to a germ that lives on everyone's scalp. Unlike regular shampoo, Head & Shoulders contains zinc pyrithione, which fights the dandruff-causing germ and helps prevent it from coming back. It's gentle on hair and provides up to 100% dandruff protection, clinically proven. Try Head & Shoulders shampoo and conditioner. For best results, use with every wash. This has been Medifax for Head & Shoulders.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Holy cannoli, look at this. It's like a science project.
Ordering lunch. Easy for you and me, but can be so difficult for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Are those all different lettuces?
Yes, sir. Brown rice, white rice, or quinoa.
We're gonna need a minute.
Do you have any food allergies?
Well, my teeth are sensitive to cold.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
That'll be $19.45. Oh, I'm just paying for my own salad.
You founded your kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
When I first learned about my Dupuytren's contracture, my physician referred me to a hand specialist. And I'm glad he did, because when I took the tabletop test, I couldn't lay my hand flat anymore. The first hand specialist I saw only offered surgery. So I went to a second hand specialist who also offered non-surgical options, which felt more right for me. So what I'd say to other people with Dupuytren's contracture is this: don't wait. Find a hand specialist trained in non-surgical options today. I found mine at findahandspecialist.com.
Tonight on The Late Show, Bruce Springsteen is here. He was born to run, whereas I was born to fake shin splints so I could get out of gym class.
Tonight on CBS.
Finally tonight, sometimes the most important lessons in life can be learned over a game of catch. CBS's Chris Van Cleve shows us how those lessons can also last a lifetime.
The 1962 then minor league San Diego Padres had a great year, but it's what happened off the field that changed the life of one young baseball fan.
I was fast, but I was dangerous.
10-year-old Merle Ledford's pitching needed help. His Little League coach scored him time with Padres pitcher Zach Monroe, who won a World Series with the 1958 Yankees.
He taught me to stay focused. Sometimes you're not going to throw strikes. Shake it off. You've got a job to do.
Lessons he believed helped him become a better student, then a better lawyer, baseball coach, and father. 61 years later, Ledford wanted to say thank you to Monroe, writing to Major League Baseball for help delivering this message.
Dear Mr. Monroe, caption, thank you. Good to see you, fella. Good to see you, Zach.
Setting up a ball game reunion 2,000 miles away in Peoria, Illinois, between the Little League wild man and the now 92-year-old pro ball player.
Whatever I said stuck with him. Somebody went a lot further than I did. And I'm talking about an attorney.
What did today mean to you?
Just being able to thank a guy that helped me out when I was little and share with him hey, look, you did something good.
And that's a win in the game of life. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Peoria, Illinois.
1962 and San Diego both mean a lot to me. And that is tonight's CBS Evening News. For Nora O'Donnell, I'm Major Garrett. Good night.
Stearns & Foster mattresses are what comfort should be. During Bernie and Phil's summer savings event, save $400 off select hand-stitched to perfection mattresses. 0% financing is available along with free delivery of your new mattress. With select Stearns & Foster mattress purchases, receive a $300 furniture reward card. Our expert sleep specialist can help you find the sleep of your dreams on a new Stearns & Foster mattress from Bernie and Phil's.
Whether it's coaching Little League, volunteering to help our seniors, building affordable places to call home, or providing the children of our employees with scholarships. The New England Toyota dealers and the thousands of people we employ play a role in lifting up the community.